one of the best rivalries in college basketball. Screw Duke, UNC, Tennessee, Kentucky. This one has been so fun over these past few years, and this one is going to be maybe the best out of these past few years. It's Kentucky taking on the number 25 ranked Tennessee Volunteers, and both these teams have been scorching hot in conference play, and both teams are trying to find their spot at the top of the SEC, and they have a chance to do so on Saturday as they face off each other at 7:30 p.m. in Rupp Arena in Lexington, Kentucky. In this game, we saw it last time. It's going to be so fun. But before I get into the full breakdown, predictions, and review, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's completely free, and it helps me out so much. We're doing great on all socials, but we're still trying to grow this YouTube thing. And a subscribe, a like, and a comment would be the number one thing you could do for me. So, with that being said, let's get into it. Kentucky 16-7. Tennessee 16-6. Two teams that have just I'm gonna say it, been kind of identical recently. Just the way they've been playing. Both 7-3 in their last 10 games. Both just absolutely on a scorching heater. Both teams kind of finding their identity right. Kentucky coming off that huge win against Arkansas at Arkansas, and then they back it up at home. And what a lot of people considered a trap game, and beat Oklahoma by a decent margin. It was a great game. This is a Kentucky team that's good. Okay, they're a good team. And this is a Tennessee team that's a good team. They're both scorching hot, like I said so many times. But this game is a rivalry, and I do want people to appreciate that. It's a great game. It's going to be a fun game, and this is a game in Kentucky that it just feels like, as far as the promotion for it, as far as the branding, as far as just the team and everything they've said, the social media, all I've seen from it, and the fans from both sides, this is a game that Kentucky is gearing up to be the kind of the game of the year, right? The regular season game of the year, the game the fans are going to get out. It's a whiteout game. It's, the denim that they haven't worn since 96. One of the best jerseys in college basketball. They're bringing those out. Why can't I think of his name? Whatever. This Devin Booker with the shoes, the denim shoes, and he's got for the Kentucky squad. Like, everything they're doing is feeling like this is the game they want, right? But before I can fully get into the breakdown of this game and go into both teams and everything that they are, I need to bring up the last game that these two teams faced off against each other, and that was in Knoxville, and it was a rivalry-filled game, and it was kind of the catalyst, kind of the thing that set this Kentucky team off to be on a scorching, tear, winning 7 out of the 8 of their last games. And they went to Tennessee. Now, they were down 19 points at halftime, and they come back and they win it. And that was just one of the, craziest games in all of college basketball this year. And that was a game Mark Pope needed. That was a game Kentucky needed. And that was a game that made them feel like we are still a great team. We are still the $22 million roster. We are still capable of living up to the expectations that we have been placed. No more sulking in it. Pressure makes diamonds. And that's exactly what Kentucky has done ever since that Tennessee game. They have been diamonds. They have been great. Apart from that Vanderbilt game, that was a terrible performance. But it feels like everyone has one of those games, right? You throw out the tape in those games. That Arkansas win is one of the most impressive, if not the most impressive wins in conference play this year for Kentucky. Tennessee is not going to go away easily, though. I get it's at home. I get it's a night game. I get it's Rupp is going to be rocking. I get, you're playing great. I get you're going to be amped up for this game. You're going to be ready. But Tennessee is not a team to be reckoned with. They're one of those teams where if I was going to pick a team to come into your home on your T-shirt night and settle that thing down, it's Rick Barnes' team, because the way they play defense, the way they slow the game down, they can kind of, I don't want to say suck that crowd out of it. They can't really do that, but they can just, make the vibe more of a tempo that they like, that Tennessee likes. So for Kentucky, in my opinion, if you're going to win this game, you're going to have to start off hot. And I say it so often, and maybe it's cliche, maybe it's not, but you have to start off hot. Tennessee, you're going to have to start off hot as well, because you kind of want to slow this game down. So if you are going to slow this game down, you have to kind of come in there and show Kentucky's boss. So this game, in my opinion, is going to be won in the first 10 minutes. Who can start off hot? Who can make the game their tempo? Is it going to be Rick Barnes' squad or is it going to be Mark Pope's squad? We'll see. But one sec here, because I can't speak enough about how Kentucky's team, the way they've handled things with all these injuries and Jaden Quintus out, Jalen Lowe out, Cam Catchy's out. The list goes on of injuries. The controversies, the expectations, the $22 million roster thing, the fans turning on you, and all of that, and you still managed to find yourself in second place in the SEC overall, and Tennessee is the same as well. This game has so much to do for SEC championship implications, and we know how big that is, especially the regular season championship. Florida and Texas A&M are currently tied for first. They are both 7-2, I believe. But Kentucky and Tennessee are among the teams tied with Vanderbilt and Arkansas as well as 6-3 in the SEC. So this game, barring a Florida loss or Texas A&M loss, oh wait, they play each other. Well, this game still has major implications for who is going to be the SEC champion this year. And we're in February, guys. It's no more saying it's just January. It's February. And that means we are only 1 month removed from March Madness, from the NCAA tournament. So these two teams, this game means so much to them. And it's going to have to. Look, this is a series that Kentucky has kind of dominated recently. But when it mattered the most, Tennessee won it. And that was in the NCAA tournament. So it's kind of, both fan bases have equal things to kind of go back and forth about. And that's what makes this so fun. That's what makes this rivalry so fun. And Tennessee, 3-3 away. That's not terrible. Kentucky, 13-4 at home. That's pretty good. I do want to say this, though. When Rick Barnes' team is hot, and when a Mark Pope's team is hot, a game like this, where it feels like it's the culmination of those two streaks, a win here is vital. Because just in my experience, when a team loses on this kind of game where both teams are on a streak, it kind of turns into a skid. And I'm not saying that's going to happen to either team, but it just usually does in my experience. And for March Madness and for your seeding and for everything like that, and just for the pride of your rivalry and the pride of your program, you don't want that to happen if you're Tennessee or Kentucky. And I just in my experience, that is what has happened. That being said, you got to keep your eyes forward on this game, obviously. This is a game that's going to come down to the star players. And as I say so often, Kentucky goes as Otega Oweh goes. It's simple as that. And kind of the recipe for Tennessee recently has been Nate Ament. Jacoby Gillespie, though, is still the X factor in my opinion. He's still the guy that, he's probably your best player. But Nate Ament has been the guy that has taken this Tennessee team to the next level. He's been elite. For Kentucky, Otega Oweh's been elite. Malachi Moreno's been elite on the defensive and rebounding. And Collin Chandler's been great. Denzel Aberdeen's been pretty good. Brandon Garrison had a great game last game. You have a lot of options if you're Kentucky. You do. So what is it going to take, and where are you going to go if you are going to win this game? It's at home. I think the majority of people are picking you. You're hot. This isn't a trap game at all. But sometimes you get into that trap of it's not a trap game at all. This is a game we have to win. You come out tight, a little bit tight, and Otega Oweh isn't coming out hot. And he's not having a good night. Then what do? Who steps up? Because in my opinion, I almost don't want Otega Oweh to have a good game because I want to see who steps up for Kentucky because in March, I hate to break it to you, Otega Oweh isn't dropping a 20 bomb every single game in March Madness, and quote me and shame me if he does because that would be insane, but I just don't see it happening. So who's going to step up when he's not playing well? Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Denzel Aberdeen? Is it going to be Collin Chandler? Is it going to be Malachi Moreno, Brandon Garrison, Yelovich, Jasper Johnson? I don't know. Who's it going to be? Trent Noah? A lot of these guys have been stepping up, but so has Otega Oweh's had a great game with that. So if Otega Oweh, Tennessee can lock guys up, let's be honest. They have elite defenders and Rick Barnes knows how to game plan. If they lock him up, if he can't get going, who do you call on? Kentucky. That's what I want to find out from you. Tennessee, though, you come into this game, right? Road atmosphere. You've been all right on the road. But it kind of reminds me of the first game in SEC play for Tennessee, and that was against Arkansas, and you just kind of got gut checked. You just got humbled a little bit, right? Can you rewrite that? Now go into Kentucky, a hot Kentucky team, just like Arkansas was hot going into that game. Can you rewrite that? Can you say, this is a different Tennessee team than the one where we started conference play at? This is February Tennessee team. This is a Tennessee team that's building for March. This is a Tennessee team that has Nate Ament going. This is a Tennessee team that has guys that can step up. Are we going to see that, or are we going to see another performance like Arkansas, where you're just going to get it going and you just let them outscore you, and you can make free throws, and your defense wasn't as good? Because the road atmosphere is real. It's very real in college basketball. It's very real in the SEC. Home atmospheres, home games are a very, very big advantage in conference play. Can you come into this game and pick up a quad one win? A huge win. I'm gonna need to see it. If I'm gonna be truly bought into this Tennessee team being a national title contender. Right now I'm not completely sold. They've been hot. Kentucky's been hot, but right now I'm not completely sold on either team. But a win for either of these teams would certainly put me on a higher cart on the train, for sure. At the end of the day, though, I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I think this is going to be a fantastic game, probably the game of the day. And I got to go at the end of the day. Kentucky, 90, Tennessee, 87. 3-point game. I think it's going to be a great game. But I just feel like regular season trends, just Tennessee hasn't really been able to beat Kentucky in the regular season as of recently. So, yeah, at the end of the day, that's my pick. And thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and all that jazz. Thank you so much for watching. This is Random SEC.